G'day everybody, my name's Adam Byrnes and I'm an immigration lawyer at Visa and Citizenship Lawyers. I'm also an admin of the Facebook group Partners Apart. Now, as it sounds, Partners Apart is a Facebook group for partners who are separated at this time during these COVID travel restrictions. I personally am impacted by these travel restrictions, and my partner of 8 years is overseas in Ukraine, and I haven't seen her at all during this time of COVID restrictions. So I'm personally impacted by this. I'm personally helping many people reunite, but my particular circumstances don't fit into the category of, or one of the categories, any of the categories that are available for people at this time for partners to reunite. Now, the other partners in the group are people who are Australian citizens, separated from their temporary visa holding partners or wannabe temporary visa holding partners overseas, or we've got people who are both temporary visa holders in relationships where they're separated at this time. So a person may be in Australia on a temporary visa, working, contributing to Australian society, and their partner isn't able to come and join them. So that's the kind of people we have in our group, and we're trying to reunite people in Australia. They want to come to Australia. Alrighty, so one of the issues with this, there is a couple of travel exemption categories which are applicable to partners who are apart. One of them is the immediate family member category, immediate family member of an Australian citizen or permanent resident. One of the issues with this category is that there's a definition of what immediate family member means on the Department of Home Affairs website. And what we're seeing is people who clearly meet the definition. That is that the definition is you're married or in a de facto relationship. De facto relationship has been defined as you've lived together for at least 12 months or you have registered your relationship. So we're seeing people who have registered their relationship or who are married being refused travel exemptions to enter Australia at this time. Crazy stuff, since that they clearly meet the definition on the Department of Home Affairs website. So what we see is it takes more than just the certificate of marriage or certificate of registered relationship. It takes what's called the 4 pillars: financial, household, social, and level of commitment. And that's where a lot of people are really struggling at this point in time to produce evidence of financial or household evidence when they're separated during this time of COVID. So if you haven't seen your partner for 1.5 years or however long it's been since you've seen your partner, there's not much household evidence you can supply, all right, or social. There's not many pictures that you've been together recently. So this is where a lot of people are falling down, I believe, in my perspective, in the assessment of the immediate family member category. Alrighty, so then there are other people that decide a consequence of what's going on right now. So sometimes people apply. They cannot get into Australia. They're separated, right? So sometimes the person in Australia, the partner in Australia, decides to leave Australia to reunite with their relationship. Sometimes they leave their job, their employment, they leave their accommodation, their renting, or whatever it is, and then they spend time with their partner because that's really important to them. They build evidence of relationship overseas, and then they may apply for an exemption to come to Australia, or they apply for an offshore partner visa. So these are the kinds of things people are doing at this time to reunite. Now, what is my solution or suggestion at this time to reunite partners? Well, I think there's only one. I think there is only one suggestion or solution that I have to offer at this point in time, and that is the only difference I can see to the current scenario is to lift the flight restrictions or the amount of people entering Australia, because until they do so, I just can't see how their temporary visa holders are going to be granted exemptions to enter Australia. Why would they be when Australians can't get home? So my only suggestion or solution is to lift the flight caps, let more people back into Australia, then perhaps we'll see more travel exemption grants.